Hey, what's up guys? So I was looking at this video earlier today, like 10 minutes ago. So it's a video from Tempest, who's basically watching a video from Neace, who's coaching a silver Yone player. And I was thinking that's actually interesting to look at someone else coach, coach a game with the champion you main. So I was thinking, this could be interesting to do the same with a Riven game, and I've seen I found a video of him coaching gold 4 Riven player with 2,000 games. So I haven't watched the video yet, but I was thinking, this could be interesting. Like I have nothing against anyone. Like I'm not doing that for I'm not doing the 1,000 thing, trying to shit on this. It's not the case at all, because actually I have nothing against him. But yeah, I was starting to look at this video. So basically, at the time, the player he's coaching is silver 1 with 1k4 games, I think. I've looked at his OPGG today, and now he's gold 4 with 2,000 games, which is a lot of games. And I was thinking, you know what, I could just look at Neace coaching on him, like on the Riven game. Just to react on it. Again, it's not like to shit on anyone. I'm not taking any side in the fucking drama. I don't really care about the drama. Actually, just when it comes to the prices, like the initial drama that came out with the prices from the coaching, I mean, technically it's not a scam, because he shows the prices. People pay the prices that show up on the site, and they receive the thing they pay for. Like, if people willingly pay for something knowing the price and what they're gonna get, that's not a scam. So anyway, I'm just gonna get into
try to go for a hard trade on 2. If she's dumb.
What's the
matchup?
So we got a Kayle matchup, which is this is 2022, so this is pretty recent. The matchup used to be so freaking easy before, like really freaking easy to stomp. But it got a bit more tricky this season with the lethal tempo changes and stuff. You still have the upper hand, obviously, but you can't, you have to play differently than what you used to.
How else are you playing Riven after?
The issue with Kayle player is that
the way I've been playing this, Kayle's pretty weak early.
they usually take bad playing.
It's not really be doing anything to us.
So you have to break it first. You can't take an early level 1 through the bad playing.
Seems, I mean, I would just last hit, maybe try to go for a hard trade on 2. If she's dumb, we could go for a hard trade.
You have to zone her away though, level 1.
I kind of want.
You don't want to just farm up.
And then we go for a long lane all in. She can't really kite us.
Let's
That's
see
the thing about
how
Kayle.
he tells him to play
That's
that.
why this matchup's always been.
Basically, level 1, you want to be stacking up your Qs. Like you want to be extending your Qs right now. Like you want to be, for example, you wait for the 3 melees to be at really like 1 HP, and then you last hit all of them with 1 Q, and you extend your up to your second Q. And if the Kayle walks up, you go. Can you see the mouse? Yeah, you can. You walk up to this side of the lane. You try not to take the aggro from the casters, obviously, but you basically try to zone her way. What you can do also is, one of the best thing to do is you hide into that this one bush here, and you wait for her to show up. You extend your Qs in the bush, and then you third Q into her to proc the one plating. And if she wards, there's also another thing is that if she wards and you haven't used your Q yet, you can fast combo the ward and take the ward level 1 right there, and then she cannot walk up anymore. Obviously, it was even easier before the lethal tempo changes, but
the first time I ever
it
played
still works out anyway.
Years ago, and I was just confused.
So yeah, we need to extend the Qs. We need to walk up. Right now, you want to be walking them. The casters already take focusing your casters, so you won't be taking the focus if you walk up now. So here you should be just looking for a one playing proc. Extend your Qs here.
Trade into her if she's dumb and wants to tank the Qs.
Yeah, right there. Like the mistake is that Riven is not extending her Qs at all, and because she's not extending the Qs, she won't have any opening to proc the bond plating here. And if you don't proc the bond plating level 1, you're not really gonna be able to look for a really good trade at level 2. Yeah, no, this is actually a mistake.
Nice.
No, this is
Auto
not.
wear. If she wants to do that and wiggle,
this is
the
bad.
wiggles help
This
a
is
lot.
one of the okay. So this is one of the most, one of the biggest mistakes Riven players tend to make. Having to spend all of your Qs to gap close like that is so early in the game is really bad, because you only hit one Q here. Or she doesn't have one plating. Okay, so by the way, I just realized that she does not have one plating, which is kind of weird, but anyway, spending all of your Qs to go in like that is really bad, because even if you hit like the third Q, you auto attack stun, auto attack.
Nice.
Actually, what was it? Third Q auto attack stun or first Q stun? But third Q stun auto attack. So you only get three sources of damage off, and then you don't have anything. You can't keep on trading because she's too close to the tower, and you can't even dash away because you have nothing anymore. So she's able to trade back on you, especially with the lethal tempo.
Nice. Auto air. If she wants to do that and wiggle, the wiggles
Yeah,
help a lot.
you can't auto attack her back. Like you wasted all of your cooldowns to go in. And this would have been even worse if she had bone plating. Because with bone plating, the damage from the stun and the auto attack would have been reduced. So she would have taken less, like even less damage. we still should be able to get like a 3-wave crash and see if we can do something on the map.
Let's get another hard trade in
But
if we can.
we haven't denied her at all already, so this is kinda bad, because if you don't
Kha'Zix can come
manage
up
to deny her
sometimes.
in the first levels, you're not gonna be able to deny her afterwards. Because Kayle is a kind of champion that you can deny in the early game, but what do you call it? But as the game goes on, it becomes harder and harder,
Keep
because
on,
she can play
Get the
it
wave
pretty
under quickly.
safely, and she has like now like this season she has more tools to fight back. If you fuck up, she has more key potential on you if you make mistakes. When before it was like, even if you fucked up, it was like whatever.
Just take a reset for long.
We could have looked for, yeah, here we have Shaco in the jungle right now fighting the
Take a
Kha'Zix.
reset.
Oh wait, I'm fucking dumb. Okay, no, this is a ward. I was okay, my bad. I was so focused on the lane that I thought because I saw the Shaco was here like just a few, yeah. Shaco was messing around in the jungle here, so when I look at the map, I thought they were still fighting. So here you can, when you crash the wave, you cannot dive, and you can't really take. Hold up, we have vision. Yeah, here we have vision Kha'Zix, so you just go V. But if that was Shaco still fighting the Kha'Zix, you would have been going for like either a short trade on Kayle and maybe forcing her flash. Or just going to help the Shaco. But in this situation, you can't really
So
force
Kha'Zix
much.
even-
We play Ignite. We play Ignite here. Yeah, we have to go B now because our jungler is bot side and our jungler is top side. So there's no reason for us to stay.
Just take a reset for longsword, I think. So Kha'Zix, even though he got invaded, he was late to his top side, and basically he's super behind. So he might try to gank you in response because he has nothing else to do, but the wave's pushing to us. So once we get the wave on our side, we could maybe try to get something done. But don't go too crazy here. Gonna have to trim the wave out first.
Here we have to ward, so we can ward down. Like right now we don't have to work up, but we can, like even if we face check that one bush here, like in the river, we should not die. I mean, we're gonna take a lot of damage. So what you can do here is just wait, let the wave stoppage back to your side, and go ward the tri bush here and face check the bush from like the river bush from the tri bush. This way you have an angle to disengage without being on the way of Kayle. But yeah. This is a situation in which you can't take a small trade because there's a risk that Kha'Zix is still here.
So
yeah.
here I'd be trimming it, yeah. Trim it just a little bit.
But don't use too much of your
And that's
cooldowns,
probably
though.
good for now. And you're trying to
don't
set
like
it up
that.
so she can't back. So you want to...
Here, basically, when you're not sure if the jungler is here or not, you want to be careful with your cooldowns. And if you want to use your Qs to last hit, because you want to play it safe, you want to be using, like, basically you want to walk back.
So here I'd be trimming it, yeah.
Like for example, if you want to last hit that one minion with your Q, you have to wait a bit more, and then you Q from max range. This way you avoid, like, you don't go. I mean, you can hover with your mouse, and when you queue, you queue in the minion. But basically, you don't want to be queuing in a way that your queue puts you behind the minions. You want to be queuing on yourself, basically. Like, see this one queue here? The Riven goes behind the minions. So if Kha'Zix shows up at this timing, you're even more exposed than if you queued on yourself. So when you're in an angle in which you want to be playing safe, you have to be careful about the way you use your cooldowns and the way you use your Qs to your dashes. You don't want to be exposing yourself too hard. Because right now, I would really like to trade the Kayle, obviously. I mean, to take a really short trade and disengage. But since the Kha'Zix could still be here, it's kind of risky. And one more thing here is that the Kayle walks up, right? I think there's here. There's an angle in which you can maybe potentially third Q her at max range, and then keep your E to disengage. Even just use EW away. You don't want to commit too hard on the trade because again, Kha'Zix could be here. This is why it's like when Neace tells him to not play.
And you're trying to set it up so she can't back. So you want to keep it. I'd get rid of Kayle. So you don't have to deal with it later. Yep. Get rid of it.
But I will still be warding
There you go.
This is not.
We'll have to trim a few.
We just have to be warding. If we just warded right away when we came back to lane, starting by the tri-bush into face checking the river, we will have so much information that we will be able to take short trades. I think Kha'Zix is mid. Yeah, I think this is that fucking 1080? Yes, this is 1080. I think it's because of the Discord stream. I think Kha'Zix is mid right now. So here we have a perfect wave. Now I will be looking for. I mean, she's 5. She's not gonna hit 6 anytime soon, but we have no cooldowns. We have to be waiting a bit. Nah, don't use your stuns. When your opponent is so close to you and you have an angle to trade pretty soon, you don't want to be using your CDs to farm up. Using the stun to last hit here is a mistake because there's a potential angle in which you can maybe trade in a few seconds here. But if you use your stun, you increase you add 11 seconds of cooldown on one of your spells, so you won't be able to punish her if she walks up. Because right now, I mean, it's a big wave. It's a big wave, but she's not really respecting the Riven with her positioning and the fact that she does not have one plating. So there's potential angle in which you can extend your Qs. You don't want to be going in ham because you don't want to fuck up the wave, and you don't want to be taking a long trade because you don't want to be taking too much minions damage, right? But you could be extending your Qs and go for third Q stun, auto attack and disengage, or even third Q auto attack and EW away. But if you use your cooldowns to farm, you're basically closing all of the windows you have to take short trades. we want to trim the wave a little bit here because the next wave is kind of far away. It's on a tier 2 tower, and we want to be. I don't know if she plays TP. I'm gonna assume that she plays TP. And we want to be able to hold the wave and freeze it. But it's not gonna happen if the minion wave is too big.
You're ready to go in on your next Q. Walk forward. Walk forward. I don't know what you're doing.
No, don't look for a trade here. No. That's useless. This is not useful at all because we don't have TP.
Frozen. That's because you trimmed it out.
It's
if
not
you
gonna
didn't trim it out, you wouldn't have been able to do this.
Slow pushing back.
Now she's gonna have to TP.
Yeah, but she doesn't even have to TP. I mean, she could TP, but it's gonna be
in a really good spot because now you should be able to get level 6 before her.
Yeah, but slow pushing back so she can just
you
wait.
Level 6 before her, you could go all in.
Nope. Okay, hold up.
Ashley's gonna have to. You're fine.
So there was 4 casters in one melee, and I think some of them died. Some of them died to the tower. We have no kill potential here, and the Kayle has to back anyway. So here we take damage for no reason because we don't have TP. So if she has the advantage, if she takes a trade here, even if it looks bad for her, it's gonna be good for her because she must she plays TP, right? So she can TP back to lane and she's gonna be healthy with full mana and items as well. But we don't have TP on Riven. So here if we take a bad trade, we fuck ourselves over.
Yeah, you're fine.
So here the wave gets.
Now see the wave's frozen.
Kind of fucked. We could have just held the wave a bit on this one angle here. instead of chasing the Kayle into the middle bush, we would be able to just hold like the minion wave here on this one spot. And this way we would have a freeze going on. But because of the way the wave is now, it's gonna end up being a slow push pretty soon on Kayle's side. And another bad thing is that we wasted 2 wards. We spent our 2 wards in the lane bushes when the wave is gonna at some point slow push back to Kayle's side. So we're gonna build a slow push, and we won't have any wards to avoid a potential Kha'Zix
now
gank.
She's gonna have to TP to get back up
Because
here.
the top side is up again. So Kha'Zix is most likely gonna be top side pretty soon. So here's the slow push. Here's the slow push. I mean, we get level 6. We get level 6 first, for sure. And we could potentially look for a kill if the Kayle disrespects us. And we even have the potential Kha'Zix, I mean Shaco, to dive with us.
You look aggressively for a trade here.
We missed too much CS there. No, just focus on the CS, please. CS, just last it.
We do get outscaled.
Here you can you would be looking for potential Q extends. But the bad thing is that we don't even have a ward. Like, we can't even ward the river anymore. So if you go too deep, we can just get ganked by Kha'Zix. I mean, we should win the 1v2, but the thing is that we have a lot of CDs yet at this point in the game. So if we get ganked and we wasted everything, it's gonna be, a bit more annoying to turn the fight. But basically, yeah, you just want to focus on last hitting, staying behind her minions, just avoid taking the damage from the casters. And yeah, you just want to be extending your Qs on this one spot here, and if she walks up too close, then you third Q on her, or even like E into third Q. I mean, using E first to engage usually is bad. But against Kayle, it's fine in this specific scenario. Just watch out for the gank. But yeah, you just want to be farming. You just want to chill, get your last hit, stand behind the minions. This way, if she walks up, then she won't be able to farm without getting all in. And use your Q extend to just look for potential engage on her, like for a small trade, and then into tower dive. So realistically here, if this is like, even in I don't know, this is like silver or gold, you can just ask your jungler, like you ping help under the tower, and your jungler just comes and you just dive her before she gets 6. The thing, though, is that the cannon is low HP, so it's gonna die pretty fast on the tower, and there's a chance that she hits 6 pretty soon. So here the thing is that
it's a huge wave.
we wasted our stun to last hits right there. Here, we use the stun to last hit, we don't even get the CS. So now we have 11 seconds on the stun, which means that we cannot even take a short trade, like a Q stun, auto attack, E away under tower when we crash the wave. Because when you're 6 against 5 and your opponent is not gonna get 6 yet, you want to be looking for short trades over and over again, up to the point where you can just all in with the ultimate afterwards. So here we have no stun anymore, so we cannot take a short trade. One of the best short trade pattern with Riven is basically Q in, stun, auto attack, and E away. Or you can even like third Q, auto attack, and EW away. It depends on the situation, obviously, but yeah. Because realistically here, I would be looking to trim her HP a little bit. I would have asked Shaco to come topside, like to come in a tri-bush. And after chunking her down, I would be looking for a tower dive.
Power bit, it's a huge wave.
Even if she gets 6 on the tower dive, just forcing the ultimate and backing off is fine. That's why when you initiate a dive, you want to keep your E to disengage from the tower. This way you can just safely disengage without dying to the tower.
Yep.
Yeah, now she gets 6, and she basically farms for free. We don't zone her enough. So now we're gonna have to go B. The wave is gonna be. We could be greedy, like you could be greedy and wait in the bush and wait for an angle to kill her, but you're losing so much time. Because the wave is going to be slow pushing back to your side anyway. Once you manage to crash the entire wave under your opponent's tower, the wave is 100% gonna bounce back to your side unless you fuck it up. And here, the wave is successfully crashed under Kayle's tower, right? So it's gonna take some time, but it's gonna be slow pushing back to your side. So if you be on this timing here, when you get back to lane, the wave is gonna be in the middle of the lane, but they're gonna be more Kayle's, like more CS on Kayle's side than your side. So it's obviously gonna be pushing to your side. So here, yeah, there's no reason to stay to look for a kill. Like she's gonna take some time to push the wave, so you're gonna waste your time. She still has flash, she has ultimate. I haven't really tracked the map, but I don't know. I mean, I think Kha'Zix is bot side now, but I haven't really paid too much attention. But you don't have the information on the jungler anyway, so you don't want to be taking the risk. So here, yeah, just back.
An obvious position.
We don't play aggressively at all. We don't like nowadays. Playing aggressively against Kayle, it's not trying to look for kills in the early game, because realistically, a decent Kayle, like a Kayle that actually plays with both hands, should not really die to Riven before. Before level 6. Like level 6, you have some no counter play kill opening with like flash, ignite, ultimate, and stuff like that. Because if you keep if you play correctly on the play with your flash and ignite, you can kill her even if she has flash and ult as well. But you want to be denying her way more than that. You want to be farming, because this Riven is missing a lot of CS. If you play the matchup properly, you should be able to be ahead in CS in the early game. Maybe not by a lot, but at this point of the game, you could be like 15 CS ahead, which is already a lead. And you could be denying some XP as well by staying like behind your her minions and her. But right now we don't put any pressure at all, and we don't extend our ever. We don't extend our queues ever. By the way, this is what I was talking about. So because we crashed the wave under the opponent's tower, the wave is pushing in the mid. Oh my god, we're taking so much damage for no reason there. The wave is still pushing back to our side. So here we took way too much damage for free. Because okay, let's see how she took so much damage. So here already it's a situation in there's almost no matchup in which you want to be walking up right there when there's that amount of casters. There's a cannon and 6 casters. The minions that deal the most damage, the first one is the cannon and then the casters. The melees do some damage, but it's not as much as the casters and the cannon. So this is one of the worst kind of wave you want to be trading in, right? So here you don't have to last those. You only have 2 casters. So those 2 minions here that are midlife are not gonna die on this wave. So you don't have to walk up to last in them. So here we take some. Oh, she plays with PTA. Yeah, we just came back to lane and we took too much free damage. I don't know why Neace is not talking about that. Because now now here Riven can die if the Kayle plays well. She can actually kill her pretty easily because she has flash and ultimate.
Taking way too much harass under tower here. Way too much.
No, it's the issue is not the harass under tower. The harass was here. This is when we just lost the lane. We took too much damage for no reason.
Ward.
Like we came back to lane and then we just walk up to a full wave into a Kayle that has like right now she's in position to win any trade, because you cannot trade even if you look for a third Q into her. You don't have enough CDR yet. We don't even have CDR at all. Actually, we have Iron Spike. So if we third Q here, we don't have any cooldowns left. So we just get poked down. Like, you know when you try to run away from a ranged champion and you just see them like auto-attacking you and damaging you. That's basically what could happen here. So here we just took too much damage for no reason. So we are not even able to farm anymore.
We're taking way too much harassment.
This was a spot in which you should be right now. This was the window in which you should technically be able to force her ultimate and flash. Like when you come back to lane here, when you're full HP, because you should not be taking all of that damage, you can't really freeze the lane. But if you don't waste your CDs and you wait for the wave crash, hold up. Right, especially here, like if you were full HP on this one spot here, you could be looking for a really short trade, even like just go ham. Actually, if she's so far away from her minions, you can just go ER and stuff like that, like ignite. right there. Like when this one wave arrive and you're full HP and you have everything up, you can go ham here. In this situation, she cannot do that because first of all, she started to lose HP. So she's not like full HP anymore. And she wasted her, like she had to use her E to get away because she was taking too much damage. But if she just patiently waited for this one wave to arrive here and tank this wave here, with all of her cooldowns up and all of her HP in the HP bar, she would be able to just go in instantly with like, I would say ER into third Q with the extended Qs, but we don't have CDR. So here you could just go ER into Q stun, ignite right away, and then keep your just extend your Qs during the trade. Because what you want to do when you fight a Kayle that has flash and ultimate, you want to be extending your Qs basically, because she's gonna R and she's potentially gonna flash out. So you want to be keeping your Qs to gap close the flash or to potentially just third Q into her once the ultimate fades off. So here, this would be a pretty good opening to all in the Kayle if we didn't lose all of our HP and if we didn't waste our cooldowns. Because here, the Kayle is in a spot in which you don't even have to flash in to all in her. You just have to walk up a little bit and ERQ stun. The stun is basically just to be sure that you get in range to fight her, because you would be at max range for the stun. Sometimes you want to keep your stun for the very last moment in some scenarios, but right there, yeah, the perfect engage will be ER into Q stun, and then you ignite her, you go for auto attack Iron Spike, and then you extend your Qs. Like you try to use your Qs like your second Q and your third Q at the last moment. This way, when she ults herself and flashes away, you can potentially look for like to gap close with your other Qs, and otherwise you can just flash in into third Q afterwards. But right now, like this should be a free kill if we didn't lose so much HP and waste our cooldowns beforehand. But because we took 3 damage and we wasted our cooldowns to farm up, we closed the window again and we don't have the kill potential we had.
Taking way too much harass under tower here. Way too much. Huge wave under tower. This offense defense.
Here, yeah, I was gonna say we could go in, but honestly, this was a third Q.
Huge wave under tower.
You could potentially look for R into third Q here, and not ER third Q, because you want to be keeping your shield. Actually, yeah, you can lock her down. Like if you just R into third Q into auto attack stun in Wind Slash, there's a like if you do the combo really fast enough here, you can lock her down and kill her before she can even press R on herself. R into third Q, auto attack stun. In this timing, she's still CC'd, like she doesn't have any window in which she can R because of the knock up into stun, like knock up auto attack stun, and then Wind Slash during the stun. And right there, she should die. And if she does not die somehow, and she manages to press R, you keep your E and potentially your flash to get away on her side and then kill her afterwards. But yeah, even like this is the best outcome, right? Like if you end up on this specific scenario, ultimate third Q right there into auto attack stun Wind Slash and she dies. And if she has time to R, you kept your E just for that. Like you wanted to keep your E for the ultimate, and you have your flash to flash away from the ultimate if that's needed. Because if we don't turn with that combo right there, we are forced to go back to lane, to base or to die. And I think Riven should die here. Yep. Alright, she doesn't die. Yep, she does.
Yeah, we're going.
Yep. Because so realistically, first of all, like I said, right there we had a kill potential on this one timing. If we didn't take 3 damage and if we didn't waste our CDs, the Kayle should have died on this timing. Because she's really squishy, she does not have one padding, and she's in range for you to all in without having to flash in. If you can engage a Kayle that's not fed, without even having to use your flash to go in, this is really fucking free. Unless you're like way too behind. But in this scenario, it would have been fine. But like I said, we lost HP for no reason. We wasted our E, so we have no opening. Afterwards,
way too much
right
harassment
there,
power here.
we took too much damage, so
Way
now we
too
are
much.
fucked. And on this specific timing,
Tower.
we had to R into third Q auto attack stun wind slash with the ignite through. Because if we don't do that, then this happens. Because we have no cooldowns anymore, so we have no outplay potential.
Yeah, we're going back over that.
Oh, he's going. Okay, let's see what he says. I'm curious.
We're going back over that. So right here,
Yeah, this is when we took too much.
huge wave.
So like I'm curious to see what he's gonna say, but the fuck up is to just walk up to the wave, take 3 damage for no reason, and then after that we are forced to use our AOE, so we lose the window, like the window in which we can kill.
You're stepping into this huge wave, and you're just letting her auto us for free.
Yep.
This is offense defense. This is
No.
baseline offense defense.
So you said to trim out the wave. So that
If
was
we
me
could, if we
going up
could,
there.
if we could.
Okay. All right. So that was my mistake in there. So I was trying to do what I thought you told me to do, so that I got that much hurt.
Yes, if you can do it. In this case, yes, you're right. I did say look to trim.
Yeah, if you want to be trimming a wave, you have to do that when you have a lot of CS on your side as well, and when your opponent cannot fuck you up in this scenario. Because here we cannot.
But you need to understand, though.
Trim the wave at all.
You need to understand. This game is not black and white, dude. There's change.
Yep.
And I gave you more. I let go of the reins more on you because you have time on the champion. A lot of time. Right? If we're playing Riven this much and we're not seeing, if I walk into this wave, I'm going to get friggin' chunked out. That's the problem. Just like here, we missed our all-in too. Back here. So you're trimming, watch what you do. You turn level 5. You're walking away from her.
Nah.
Right, ready.
This was not the...
Look how you're walking away. This minion gives you level 5.
Yeah, but that's not the issue here. It's not the level 5 the issue.
I told you
We
look
can
for
like
all
right
in
now
here
we
too.
cannot trade anymore. Hold on, wait, what? Is he talking about
Yeah,
now
watch.
or like a few
I told you
seconds
look for
before?
all in here too.
Wait, what did he say?
I told you look for all in here too.
Yeah, we cannot all in anymore. We could
Now
all in
watch.
before.
Level 5.
It's too late. It's too late. Nah, you want to
We
be
could have
holding the
already
wave.
been walking at her before.
Yeah, before.
I just autoed the minion.
Like right now we wasted our Qs to farm. This is one of the common mistakes a lot of people do as well. It's like using your CDs for no reason to just farm when you can just last hit with auto attacks. And especially farming with Qs but not even extending them. Because now we have nothing anymore. Like we have 8 seconds, I mean now it's 7. 7 seconds of cooldown. So we have no opening to trade anymore.
I just
We had some... Oh, wait, when is that? Right there. We can't even really trade realistically anyway. We can look for Q extend and try to go for a very short trade. But again, it's when the Riven just came... I think it's when she came back to lane. So she had she has no TP. And the Kayle is gonna TP back to lane if she wants to. So we cannot afford to just take a short trade. Because we have no kill potential on this timing, realistically. We can right there, yeah. We can look for a short trade, potentially.
a minion.
But unless we are sure that we can get a kill, we don't want to take a bad trade because we have no TP, so we just lose basically the lane if we do that. And here it's too late. We have no Q anymore, so we cannot be looking for a trade. And all we want to do here is to just try to like.
Bro, we're not baiting anything. We should be
Maybe
under the wave
just kill
here,
the melee if you want
walking
to.
at her. That's
And
what I mean. It's like I can't. I
hold the
can't
wave.
make you.
We have our E
into
to tank
a
the
Riven
casters
player.
if needed.
I can't
And if she walks
can't
up, we can maybe look for
give you
a,
the creative
like,
juices
a
to
trade
think,
once she
well, I've
walks
got all
up,
this
but only if she
mobility,
walks up.
like-
If she does not, then we just
Let
hold
me
the wave.
explain it in detail so you can see. I can't make you into the player where it's like, hey, walk down here, draw the minions towards you. The minions are going to chase you. You're going to walk at her, auto the minion, and then you've got all these Qs. Q, Q, Q.
Yeah, but she's not gonna. I mean, she should. I cannot agree in a way, but like if you start walking up this way, there's no way Kayle lets you walk up to her. I mean, it's like silver gold, so there's a chance that she does. But if we are looking for optimal play, like as soon as the Kayle sees you walking up like this way, she should be walking on like this side. She should be walking away, so she should not be looking like.
To gap close to her, cut her off, and get her flash.
I mean, I agree. It's the most optimal way would be to walk down on this like this pathing here. But I would just be holding the wave unless the Kayle really gives an opening.
I can't make you do that.
Because I can see a world in which you walk down like here and stay near the wall, and then the Kayle walks up to you. Like there's no way she stays on this one spot. I mean, she could, but that would be so fucking int. Realistically, if you walk down here, the Kayle is gonna try to poke you down a bit, but she's gonna be walking on the left, and she's not gonna be in a position where you can all-in her, because you're gonna have to be wasting your Qs to get close. And if you, like I said, if you waste your Qs to get close, you have no cooldowns. Like this is so early in the game. Riven has no CDR at all.
If you're gonna be over your shoulder in a game like after today, right? If you're not seeing by now that this guy is fucking toast as soon as you hit 5, if that's not in your brain right now, we cannot play this champion.
I mean, I agree with the thing that like when he says that you have to walk down and flank her with the, like by dragging the minion and getting 5, I kind of agree, but that would be the most optimal play to do, right? I'm not saying it, like what he's saying is not wrong, but realistically, there's no kill potential.
Cut her off and get her flash. I can't make you do that.
Because if she's not fucking dumb, she just walks away, which is fine as well, because you force her to walk away, so you hold the wave for free.
If I'm never gonna be over your shoulder.
The only part I disagree with is just the fact that he says that we can Q on her, like use 3 of our Qs here, because there's just no way she's in this one specific spot. But yeah, like I said, the most optimal way would be just to drag the wave on the bottom side of the screen and stay near the wall here. And if she stays, then yeah, you can look for a flank and force her flash. But besides that, just holding the wave here is fine if she just goes away.
To gap close to her.
Because you don't want to commit too deep and waste your cooldowns to chase or to even like lose too much HP on the minion wave.
Cut her off and get her flash.
So yeah, what he's saying is right. Just go, like I said earlier, just go on the bottom of the screen, hold the wave here, and if she stays, you flank her. Otherwise, you just hold the wave here. If she goes away, you just hold the wave.
Cannot play this champion. Like when you watch this back, there's no sense. You're not.
Yeah, here you don't want like in anymore. Like you don't have Q. You don't have Q, so you can't go in. You have like if she. I mean. The flank strategy would have worked because the Kayle is inching very hard. So if we went down at the bottom, we would be able to flank her because I'm pretty sure she would be staying here.
Champion.
Yeah. Like, you can't E in here because you have no cooldown. You can. What you want to do here, basically just hold the wave.
Doing anything.
Like if you end up in this scenario, you just want to be holding the wave.
You're telegraphing it. You're walking at it a straight line. You auto the minion here instead of pull the wave down towards the bottom of the top of the river here, and actually set up a real all-in. You need to be able to do these things on this type of champion.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not as easy as Garen.
Yeah, what he's saying is true. That's basically like what you should be doing, but. I just don't know if you would be forcing the flash or killing the Kayle, because if she's not dumb, she just goes away. Like the moment she sees you walking like on the left, like bottom left, she would be just going away. So in higher elo she would not die, but she would be basically fucked because you hold the wave, and yeah, that's it. She's forced to TP back to lane, and she's in a very bad spot. But in lower elo, I guess you have some kill potential, or you can maybe force the flash. So far, it's right about that.
When you turn level 5 here, you walk at her in a straight line. You're not even thinking about the fact that you've got all these exposers,
he will waste
all
our
this time
freaking
playing
world.
Riven. You could have just walked like this. How the fuck is she gonna get away?
Right.
But she can go away. if she walks away, like if she walks away instantly, like I said earlier.
That's my problem. Is that?
But yeah, if you play in low elo, people are gonna make a lot of mistakes. So I would be expecting the Kayle to not respect the Riven and not even like walk away on the left as soon as she goes down, like on the bottom side.
And nitpick all these layers, because that's why I watched the first game. I say, okay, what's this guy doing right now with this champion?
I'll speed up a little bit here. Wait, why do we have Yasuo at top?
Get the kill.
Wait, what? What did I miss?
Like, how does it look? He gets the kill.
Oh yeah, that's when she died between buff towers. Okay.
Go to mid. You don't go to top here. You go to mid. I'd try to go in if she walks up.
Extend your Qs. Extend your Qs. Farm with Q and extend them.
You need to go in if she does that ever.
No, you don't. You can't go in like that.
You have E and Q. You let a Misfortune walk up into your range.
Nah, she
does that.
We don't kill her here. Actually, we potentially could. I didn't see that she walked up so close. I mean, depends if we have the information if she has flash or not. Yeah, because here you can just like ER into 2 Qs and then stun her. You potentially don't even need to ignite her. Yeah, right now we can punish her with just ER into double Q into stun. She may flash away. If she does flash away, we don't kill her, but that's a flash for an ultimate. Trading your ultimate here for Misfortune flash depends. Like if you go, because I was gonna say you lose kill potentials on top lane, but I don't even know if you kill the Kayle anymore. She has no R and no flash, so we have some kill potentials going on top. So if we don't get the kill on Misfortune with our ultimate, it kind of sucks for us. It's good for our bot lane. I mean, is that Misfortune mid actually?
You need to go in if she does that ever. You have E and Q. You let a Misfortune walk up into your range. She didn't even try to threaten it. She has half HP and she hasn't backed yet. You need to go in.
Yeah, because right, like even if she uses E, it was here. Like if you have no R here, it would be harder to kill her because of the slow and like you have less range on your spell, so you will maybe not catch her. But because we have our ultimates, we have more range on our spells, so it's pretty easy to catch up to her, and we can just E into double Q away from the slow.
If she does that ever.
So yeah, that was a free kill with the ultimates, unless she has flash.
How are you not trying to threaten her right now?
Oh no, stun her first. Okay, that was really clunky.
How are you not trying to threaten her right now?
So usually if you play against like someone that doesn't play like Misfortune and plays way safer, you will be looking for Q extends. But because the Misfortune has no fucking respect for Riven here, you can just engage on her pretty easily with just ER into like Q stun or double Q stun depending of the distance. So here we just ER into Q stun. We don't even especially need the ignite. We can use it just to be sure.
I'm trying to threaten her.
Here we just want to stun right away. We have the range with the ultimate. The stun hits. We just stun, ignite, auto attack, and then like wind slash, iron spec wind slash or whatever.
Right now.
Like we need to stun her pretty fast because using the stun so late when so close to the tower could be kind of risky sometimes. So we just want to be using it right away.
Ping back and maybe ping on the way to top, so Yasuo can go to mid.
But the thing is that we don't like we got a kill, but we don't have ultimate anymore, so we don't really have any kill potential. We don't have ignite and ultimate, so we cannot really kill Kayle anymore.
Now go Caulfields and boots. Oh yeah, I'm dumb. Refill.
Yeah, but we don't really have much CDR.
Watch Yasuo. We may have to go back to mid.
Yeah, we can go top
here.
He
kills her.
Just go mid again.
Have ult again, so go back to mid. Ping on
it's fine. We can stay mid now. Yasuo is just shitting on Kayle, and we don't have any kill potential on her until we get the ignite and ultimate backup. Why is Brand just in front of me? Yeah, just crush the wave. There's no point on not crushing it now. And look for like just crush the wave and go bot. Crash the wave and go bot. Okay, go bot. Look for something like on the map. Like you don't want to just stand mid and wait for the wave to bounce back when you have an opening.
Now, let's hang out, wait for our ult, farm it out.
Because we could have potentially killed someone, but we had a slow push going on. I mean, it's Misfortune, so she's gonna, you know, kind of one-shot the wave anyway. But right there, you have the severe hard pushing bots, and you have the potential opening to just go down to bots from like behind the dragon pit. And even if we don't kill her, we may be forcing flash because we know Kha'Zix is top. So we're not gonna meet a lot of people on our way to the bot lane. Besides the Teemo, but like, why do we care about a Teemo support?
For ult, farm it out.
Because if we arrive bot on this timing, like the Jhin can use the ultimate, maybe hit the severe, so you get to slow on her, and then you can just kill her. We would be losing this one wave if we do that, but it's like, if we get a kill, it's fine. Because we could have been pushing the wave faster. What timing is it? When was that? It's here. Here, we just one-shot the wave, and we go back to bot lane with Brand, basically. Just one-shot the wave with the Iron Spike and everything we have. Go to bot lane, and with the Brand, we potentially could have like either just go down the river to avoid the Teemo and avoid being seen if there's no ward here, or just maybe collapse on the Teemo if the Brand was not so far away. But yeah, I think this game is kind of. I'm not gonna look too much more into that because it's a point where we just switch lanes and we just farm up. Let's see. I can see the most viewed moment. I'm just gonna go watch like one more move or something.
There you go. Somewhere safe. Too obvious.
She got a kill here.
What's happening below you? 1100 games.
Here we just kill her. We don't even have to R. Because we have so much people with us. I mean, the Kha'Zix is going up, so...
I'm not able to see the map and play this champion. There you go.
Win stash.
Play this... You're not even looking what's happening below you. 1100 games.
Yeah, here you just... Sorry. Either you just E into stun or Q into stun, or you can also ER stun. I don't think I would have been using my ult right away, because it will depend on the Kha'Zix. Like, if the Kha'Zix does not jump in, then you don't have to use your R. But if you go, as soon as you see him going in, then you press R, because technically the Misfortune should die. I mean, or maybe the Shaco was invisible. That's why the Kha'Zix went in.
Not able to see the.
But yeah, it was a bit slow on the stun, so she got to flash away.
Map and play this champion. There you go.
And here you just want to be using the wind slash right away. Like, you don't have to. Like, you're so low HP, it's kind of risky. The Kha'Zix is right in front of you in the middle. Like, you just want to wind slash right away to avoid dying, because he almost dodged the ultimate, and he healed because he hit W. So we almost died because we waited for the wind slash here.
I'd be pushing. Gore Drinker, jump in her face. Don't be afraid. Get in her face and clear.
You can't.
Clear the wave arrogantly. Yes, exactly.
You can just.
Don't be afraid.
You can't do that. That's. There's no point in using all of your dashes like that when you can't. Like, look at the CDs left. Like, you don't even reach her by using all of your Qs, and then even if you reach her, like, what do? You stun her auto attack, and then that's it. Like, auto attack, like stun auto attack Gore Drinker, and then you have to run away because there's a tower. And you have nothing to escape. So here you just want to be...
the wave arrogantly, yes.
Slow, like, basically, I would be maybe slow pushing the wave and just like waiting for my ultimate to come back up. Slow push the wave, extend my Qs, and then as soon as I crash the wave, I look for ER into third Q, stun, and she has no flash, so she's dead pretty easily.
Exactly. Times have changed. We're not scared anymore. There you go.
So see how the Riven used her E for no reason
We're not
here?
Scared anymore.
Like, she shielded nothing, and now she has no E, so it makes the tower dive a bit harder. Like,
I wouldn't dive her because I don't know where Kha'Zix is. Let's look for
the tower dive possible like anywhere, because she just mails the wave. That's why I would be slow pushing.
Look around the map and assess.
Instead of just pushing the wave.
Look around the map and assess.
Because I want to build a fat wave.
Let's push mid and maybe cross through the jungle, try to fight Kha'Zix and work our way to bottom.
Just one shot the next wave here. Oh, maybe.
Let's clear the wave quick. Try to fight Kha'Zix.
Do we have information on Kha'Zix,
maybe?
I haven't really paid attention to the map.
Let's clear the wave.
Because if we knew where Kha'Zix was,
and work our way to bottom, maybe.
if we knew where Kha'Zix was, right there, there's like if you play it really good, like really well mechanically, there's a free kill because she has no flash. So you have a perfect opening. Even like without even using your flash. But that would be only if you knew where Kha'Zix was and if you're confident enough in your mechanics. Because she's very at the max, like the max range she can be to be killed. Yeah, I guess
Let's
we don't
clear
have
the
any
wave
information on
quickly here,
Kha'Zix,
okay? Let's
and there's
quickly
no
clear
need to
it.
force the kill. Oh, like right there again. Wait, when did we? So here we used our E to get away from the Misfortune E when we could have used our Q instead. Just Q away from it. Don't waste your E
Clear
like
the wave
that.
quickly here, okay? Let's quickly.
We could have Q'd away from the E. This way we can extend our Qs and keep our E to ER into third Q at max range if needed.
Clear it. You can call her out if she gets in your face.
Extend
Like,
the
don't be
Qs.
afraid to
No,
call
no.
her out.
Just extend the Qs, please. Please. You don't have to
Okay,
spam your
go up river,
Qs.
up river,
Because
up.
now, see, I mean, the Q is coming back up, but we didn't even extend our Qs to last hit. So by not extending the Qs, we closed the windows in which we could potentially just all-in someone who mispositions. But also, we put ourselves in such a bad situation because our Q has so much cooldown that if we get ganked or like engaged by someone, we don't have any cooldown to fight back.
River, up, river, up, river.
Like, our Q we need like now. Okay, now you have to ER to the Kha'Zix. This way you get away from the ultimate, and potentially you could even flash on the Misfortune and stun her because she has no flash. But you can just play it the safe way and go into Kha'Zix. He may jump away, but then if he jumps away, you can just turn onto the Misfortune. You don't want to be igniting the Kha'Zix right away because if he jumps or flashes away, you would just be wasting the ignite. But if you force the flash or jump from Kha'Zix, you can turn on the Misfortune that has no flash, ignite her and kill her.
There you
Nah, I
go.
would have went in. I would have went in here. Unless I missed something with the bot lane. Yeah, the bot lane is bot, so.
You don't ever want
That
to
was-
run like the way you were gonna run.
That was pretty free.
There
We
you
are.
go.
We have God Drinker and Ignite and Ultimate.
River,
We have everything we need here to be
River,
taking
up,
that 1v2.
river.
We just ER away from the Ultimate on the right. Start to fight the Kha'Zix. Like auto attack Q. Like yeah, just auto attack Q, auto attack, stun. And if he hasn't jumped or flashed away by the moment you use your stun on him, then you can kill him. But if you do auto attack Q, auto attack, and then he flashes or jumps away, then you use the second Q to Misfortune, stun her, auto attack, ignite, and win slash, and she's just doomed.
There you go. You don't ever want to run.
That was
like
at
the way
least
you were
one
gonna
kill,
run.
and we don't die here. Like we literally
get
don't
jumped. Let's
die
go,
in
push the
this
wave again.
1v2.
What are you so afraid of? You're Riven. You have 80,000 gap closers. Walk up and down the wave. All right, let's try to push.
Oh mate, no. He could have.
All right, let's
He
try
had
to
a kill
push.
opportunity here, but even though we had to take the 1v2 earlier, the 1v2 was a double kill, most likely. Here we... What happens? I think... Did he get stuck in, like in the minion or something? But yeah, by the moment you are in this scenario, just... You can commit, because she has no flash, again. So you can... Even if she runs away like that, you could even just like double Q again and hit the third Q. Just hit the third Q, ignite, stun, auto attack, God Drinker, win slash, or whatever, like anything works. She's so squishy with no flash that even if you use all of your Qs to gap close and hit the knock up, she's dead. Because now we wasted our ultimate and got nothing off of that when we still could have looked for a kill.
Not so.
Okay, so not only was the flash bad because he did not connect, but even if the flash worked out and you got the kill here, flashing in that scenario does not matter. Past laning phase, if you flash for a kill, it has to be either a shutdown or give you a window to get an objective. You don't want to flash for a kill just to get a kill. You want to be flashing to get a kill that gives you an opening for like the Drake, the tower, or just like even if it's such a shutdown, you know. Because if you flash to kill someone just to get the kill, but you don't really get anything off of that, like you don't get a tower, you don't get a Drake, you don't win a team fight that could like give you an opening to Drake or to Baron, or even just a shutdown that gives you like, I don't know, let's say you get 500 gold, that would be worth, at least your flash would be worth something. But yeah, because if you flash here, you and you kill the Misfortune, you don't even get the tower. The tower is almost full HP. I don't think we know where Kha'Zix is. We don't seem to know where the bot lane is either. So you basically just recall on this. And you already have enough gold to get your lucidity boots. So yeah, we don't really get anything with that kill. And I don't know the timing on the Drake, but the Drake could be spawning in like 2 or 3 minutes. Let's say the Drake spawns in like 3 minutes. We would still have 2 minutes left on our flash. So we don't even have our flash for a team fight or to get a pick. So flashing here, even if you get the kill.
Not so sure about that. I was resetting the bush below you and putting the pink down. You should be queuing between autos here.
I feel like Neace does not give, at least for this specific game, does not give a lot of information. Like the moment he spoke a lot about something that went, I mean, maybe he doesn't want to speak too much during the game, and he wants to be talking more about it after the game. I'm gonna go forward after. What, there's no VOD review or something? Okay, yeah, there's one. But yeah, the moment he spoke the most was when he spoke about the wave on the level 5, which was right. He was right, by the way. But,
if we could.
Okay.
Yeah, otherwise he doesn't really tell him too much, but maybe he just lets him play and then he talks about it after the game. I'm gonna be looking at the end of the VOD, right there.
Like, this is another thing in your art for you. And then we get to the example with the Misfortune.
Okay, so
and you should be queuing from time to time too, already.
Yeah.
Like, this is another thing in your arsenal.
Okay, he
you
knows.
should just be queuing to keep your trade patterns up. To keep your trade patterns up. That's what I'm saying. None of this makes sense. You put the time in.
Okay, so Neace knows. Okay. I was so curious about it because he wasn't saying anything, but I guess he was just letting the guy play the game and then just, you know, talks about it after the game. But the amount of time the guy just does not queue, just to, like, you know, just extending your queues, farming with your queue and then extending at the last moment was, I don't know, that closed a lot of windows in which you can look for trades or all-ins and stuff like that. So here he mentions that.
But eventually, I had to beg you to do that because prior to that moment...
It's a bit later. It's here. The thing is that even that,
see how you're
that
not
one
guarding?
kill...
Like, she's just able to walk up, but you're not threatening anything. She has half HP.
Yeah, in that kind of scenario, like, earlier I was talking about it when I was saying that when someone disrespects you, like the Misfortune, you could be looking for Q extends, and then if she stays on this one spot, you have a potential opportunity to ER into third Q at max range. And that's why you want to be extending your Qs almost non-stop.
This is what I mean. It's like, it's frustrating to watch. Half HP, yes, Kha'Zix is there. I still don't give a shit. I would still fake it. That's the thing. You can fake it. You can always fake. You could always just go, oh, just kidding. That's the whole point. Just like down here, we had the Teemo chasing us for half.
Yeah, so the thing he says, like, about faking, it's something that you have to be aware of. Like, you want to be doing that in a lot of matchups. It's like you want to be faking an aggression. You want to be working up towards your opponent. And just to make them panic, like, either waste to spell. Like, let's say you, out of nowhere, let's say you face Teemo in the top lane. You fake that you want to go in, like you walk up. You could even like Q forward just to extend your Qs. You Q forward and start walking up a little bit. Teemo is gonna panic. He's gonna use his W. The W is the move speed bonus. And he's gonna start to run away. And just because of that one fake movement, you're gonna force, like, I don't know what's the cooldown on that spell. I would say it's maybe like 10 seconds. You force a 10 seconds spell when extending your first Q. So potentially you could be looking for a trade afterward. Let's say that you force that W from Teemo, and then you extend your Qs up to your third Q, and then you ER into third Q. The Teemo cannot run away. Because you used your ER third Q at max range, the Teemo won't be able to run away with the W, and you will be able to hit your stun. And potentially that will give you an opening to kill him. And that can be anything, like in any matchup. You want to be walking up sometimes, you even use your Q either to fake the aggression or to just like start to extend it and make your opponent panic. And then you walk back to your side of tower.
That's the whole point.
that can make people panic, so they can start just walking away. They can start using a spell, like the Misfortune could be using her E in between both of you, just to be sure that you don't reach her. And you force the E when you had no intention of actually going in. And this way you force the cooldown, and then later maybe you can just, you know, go in because she has no E, so she has no slow.
It's like down here, we had the Teemo chasing us for half an hour down here at one point.
Okay, so I haven't seen that one move here.
You take a bad trade. I get you into the side lane. Here you go.
Yeah, we need
side
to be
lane.
inside. Wait, tower is still up at 21. Okay, so here we have to be siding, stop pushing, getting the tower, extending our Qs on the tower when we hit it.
I'm like, okay, look for a flank.
Okay, so here he doesn't press F2, so we don't see what's happening. It's hard to tell if we don't have the like I don't have the information that Riven has. Here, I don't know how fed they are, but yeah, Teemo is level 10, Sivir is level 12. We seem to have the information, Kha'Zix and Kayle. Here we could be going in. We have all of our cooldowns up. Sivir doesn't seem to have flash. We may not have the information, but even then we can force the flash. Realistically, here we have the information we need on the map. We have the information that Kha'Zix is topside. Kayle is farming the minions top lane, and we see that the Misfortune is farming mid. So here we know that we are for sure 1v2 at best. There's nobody else that can come here. And going in here will not especially be for kills, but we can start going in and playing it slowly just to force the exhaust and the flashes. And when they burn their summoners, we just get, like, either we run away because our job is done, but if they fuck up and walk up to you again and your cities are up, you can turn and kill them. But here we can be looking to, like, they are so not fed. You can see that Teemo is level 10. We don't see the items they have, but we know that Riven has everything besides flash. And this is Teemo Sivir. Like, those champions are not gonna, unless this was a Teemo top that's like level 14 as well with full AP and can just like blind you for like 2.5 seconds and just burst you down with a lot of AP damage. That could be problematic because I don't really know the items Riven has right now, but I would say that she's level 4. I don't know if she went for Death Dance or Black Cleaver. Black Cleaver would be nice, honestly, here. So I'm gonna assume that she has like Gordrinker and like Warhammer, or like almost Black Cleaver completed, if not already completed. So here she can just go in however she wants. Like, those two people are not gonna kill her. So here
you go in, they exhaust.
We kite the exhaust. We want to be kiting the exhaust and use
you start looking like.
I will not, like, the moment you get exhausted here, I'm gonna see what Neace says. But even then I will not be going so hard on
I'm like,
Sivir.
okay, look for a flank.
Hold up.
She comes up.
Right there, I would be going in right now. Because Riven backs off. I'm sorry. Riven backs away for a half a second here. So this gives time for Sivir to just walk down. But if we went in right away, Sivir would be even further away from the tower. So we would have been able to hit the stun on this one spot here. But instead we hit the stun around here. So she's already way too close to the tower. So right now, I would not be using the stun. The spell shield has been forced. So you could potentially either just try to look for a kill here, but again, we don't know if Riven knows if she has flash or not. Or you could just go for the free kill here and force, like, even if he flashes away, you force the flash. Because here we get
Go in.
Okay, here we get exhausted. So now we have to back off. Like, here we can't kill Sivir because we are exhausted and the only spell we have is the third Q. So basically you have vision on Teemo, you can just jump over the wall. You just put your mouse over him, third Q on him to jump over the wall. And if he doesn't have flash, then you could potentially kill him once you, like, with just basically auto attacks after the blind. Like, he gets knocked up, your blind ends, you auto attack him a few times, and then win slash, and potentially your Q comes back up. But in this scenario, the Teemo will most likely just flash away, which is fine because you would have forced both summoners on Teemo.
They exhaust.
Because here we don't kill the Sivir unless she does some
like
random shit.
Dive. No, sir. No. You got the exhaust. Use your
Yes.
mobility and get out.
Yep. Yeah, this is okay. So
Now you drew map pressure, but again.
okay. So what happened exactly?
No.
Yeah.
You got the exhaust. Use your mobility.
Because now, also the fact that we used our third Q towards the enemy tower puts us in a spot where we can get flanked by the Teemo as well. So now we have 2 people damaging us. But if we used our third Q over the wall, like I said, Sivir would not be able to hit us, right? We will only be facing Teemo, and we would have a way to escape without getting chased by 2 people.
No, sir. No.
Because if you jump over the wall, like it was a bit earlier when the Teemo was even like further up, right there, and Riven was there. Using the third Q right there, you end up in a 1v1 against Teemo, because Sivir cannot walk up. I mean, she can walk up here, but she cannot, like, you're not circled by 2 people, like in this scenario here. So you will be able to just walk up in the jungle and get away if you need to. But because we used our third Q here under tower, we have nothing beside our E. So here, just unaware. Yeah, we don't even have to risk the turn here. We just want to get away.
None of this would happen unless I'm begging you to do it. You're not thinking in terms of like, wow, I could really draw pressure here and get out. You're just coexisting with everybody.
Yeah, so I haven't seen the moment he told him to go in. But going in was the right play here. It just could have been played better mechanically.
Okay,
so here, when I say that the Riven started to walk away, right there, she started to have a movement back. I think that's when Neace told him to go in. But if we actually went in earlier, like at the moment we had the opportunity to go in, which was there.
I'm like, okay, look for a flank.
There. Right there, like at this specific moment, she's basically hinting. And like Riven goes back, so the Sivir has the time to just create like an even bigger gap and get to like closer to her tower. So right there, you want to be. Honestly, I would not go too deep after that. Like once she used the spell shield, because she's too close to the tower, I would not be really looking for the kill on Sivir. I would probably just turn on Teemo right away, and I would even for sure turn on Teemo once the exhaust has been popped. You can just third Q over the wall, get away from the jungle. You get some pressure by getting chased afterwards, which is fine, but
no, you got the exhaust. Use your mobility and get out.
Like after that, I'm pretty sure in higher elo people will just drop it because you can catch up a Riven like that.
They drew map pressure, but again, none of this would.
I don't think we would have been able to get a kill anyway in that 1v2 because of the blind, the exhaust, the spell shield, and the flash on Teemo. Sivir was not killable because of the exhaust mainly, and because of how close she was to the tower. I don't think she would have died either if we went in instantly before the Riven started to walk away. But maybe there would have been a potential kill. It depends of how it would have been played out. But yeah.
Happen unless I'm begging you to do it. You're not thinking in terms of like, wow, I could really draw pressure here. You're just coexisting with everybody. And I can't, like, the thing is,
yes,
I feel bad because I know you've spent a lot of games doing this. After you cleared out, you know.
So what one is saying basically is that the Riven does not really, like, when he says that she's coexisting, it's basically that she's there on the map, but she does not really put pressure by herself. Every time she did something was basically when Neace told told him to do something. There's a lot of time where people are basically hinting or running it down, and Riven could be punishing them by just going in, and she does not, because she does not realize that people are just hinting. Obviously, you have to be careful, like aware of the map when you do that. Like you have to be looking at the map, taking informations. You don't want to, like, if someone walks up to you, you don't want to go blindly on him right away. Like, oh my god, this guy is hinting, I go in. You have to be thinking, wait, he's walking up, but where was the jungler before that? Is the bot lane missing? You have to be thinking, is anyone able to be near? If not, then you can go in. But if you lack of information, you have to be careful about it. And the thing is that there's a lot of times where people were just running it down, and we had the information we needed to know that we could go in, but the Riven was not punishing anything. She would just basically stay in lane and farm up. And even when with the Q, like I said, the Q extends where needed. but we had basically no Q extend at all, so we missed a lot of opportunities. Q extend is something really important to do. You have to always be extending your Qs, because especially when you have CDR, once you get some CDR, it's like so easy to punish people with ER into third Q, and then you get your Q back up pretty soon to go for a full rotation.
What I would have been thinking? As soon as I cleared out of there, and they leave me alone, I would have hopped over to Gromp. You know how many games I played Riven? Like fucking 3, dude. And I know to go over this wall and get this Gromp. What the hell?
You can get the Gromp here because it's the only camp on the bottom
stuff
side.
Like this.
I don't know how much gold she has.
You just you don't have the.
But yeah, you can get the Gromp here because they drops the chase. Like we have the information on the map that they stop chasing you, so you get the Gromps for some extra money, and then you go back to base. And by the time you go back to base and buy your Death Dance and stuff like that, the wave would be slow pushing bot. So you could be just going back to bot lane and put some pressure on the map again.
The flow for it yet.
Yeah. Funny scotching, I think it's fine. Like, I just think it at least for, I don't know if that's been edited out or if I missed some stuff when I skipped some parts. But I feel like he could be giving a bit more of information sometimes. But overall, it's like kind of like everything he says is kind of right. I haven't really heard him say anything wrong for this game specifically. Like I said, there's just like that one moment. Hold up, when is that? Yeah. Like he told him, like why he told him was the most optimal play. You want to start going on the bottom side of the screen. This way you drag the minions away from the tower, and you have a potential angle to flank the Kayle if she stays. If she stays, either she's gonna die or she's gonna flash away. She's most likely gonna have to flash away and survive because we have no CDR on Riven. So once we get the Q back and we get the flash with the short trade, she flashes away, but we have nothing to keep on chasing. But it's still a win. Like if you force your opponent to flash and you don't burn your own flash, it's a win. And even if you force them to back to base and TP back to lane, it's also a win, especially if you get the freeze like that. So yeah, what he says is the most optimal play. As for the flank, it's also what you should be doing, but only if the Kayle stays on this way. If she starts walking away when you go down, then it's fine. Just let her walk away, it's fine. Just make sure to be holding the wave and drag it on the left side. This way you're sure that it doesn't collapse in the tower. And then you're gonna be freezing the wave and be hitting 6 first.
We cannot play this champion.
And even for a champion that Neace does not play, he knew about the Q extend. He also told him about him not extending Qs at all. So the information he gives are pretty nice. I mean, pretty correct. I just think there's a lot of information that could be given to this player, but that's also too much information. The thing is that when you're silver gold, it's like you need to be aware of basics. You need to be learning some basics about the game first before learning basics about the champion. I don't think playing Riven a lot when you're silver and actually struggling to get out of silver, it's fine to be playing Riven, but the thing is that it's kind of hard. It's gonna take longer for you to climb out of silver if you play Riven, mainly because there's a lot of stuff to be learning. You could be playing some easy champion and just learn the basics first about the game. Just learn the basics about the game, and then when you have some decent knowledge about the basic stuff on the game, then you can switch to a more mechanical champion. Because if you play Riven right away in silver gold, you're gonna have to get so much information in your head at once. And if you're looking to climb, if your goal is really to just climb as fast as you can, just get better at the game ASAP, I would not say that you should be playing Riven so early in the game, like so low in the ladder. You should be playing some champions that requires less mechanics. even Fiora is fine. Like Fiora is a mechanical champion, but she's not. The skill floor is lower, I would say. The skill floor is way lower because you have less stuff to be taking into account. But it's not either a champion that's too easy to pick up right away. I mean, you could play the basic stuff like Garen and stuff like that, but it's not fun. Even Renekton, like if you want to play a champion that's a bit fun, that's not fucking Garen or stuff like that, even Renekton is kinda fun. I mean, I know we hate Renekton around here because it's like one of the most annoying matchup for us. But it's actually a fun champion. We can't deny that. Like, it's, you know, just going like PTA or Conqueror into Blade of the Ruined King first item and just one shot with the Empower W. This is fun when we play the champion, not when we play against it. But Renekton is a fine champion because you have some way, like there's some mechanics with it, but it's not too complex. You just have to manage your rage properly. You have to be careful. Like, it's a champion that actually, with the Q, it shows you how to be careful about how you use it to not fuck up the wave with your AoE spells. But yeah, if you're looking for fun and just want to improve with the champion, playing Riven is fine. But if you're looking to actually climb the ladder ASAP and get better at the game, I would recommend to not play Riven right away. Just learn the basics of the game, like about wave control, just the basic of wave control, just how slow push works and how freeze works. Don't go too in depth into the wave control in gold. It's not gonna be too helpful, but just learning some basics. And once you understand the game a bit better to the point where you can manage the lane a bit better in most of your games, then you can be maybe looking for a bit of mechanical champions. But yeah, overall, his coaching was, in this specific video, that was not too bad. I think there's lack of information, like I said, but like I said as well, giving too much information to a silver gold player is kind of tough because you don't want to be giving too much information away. That's why I don't know. That's why I think it's kind of tough to be coaching like low elo players. I've tried that in the past. I've been trying some. I've been coaching some friends that were like silver gold. Even some people asked me to coach them, so I did some VOD reviews for them in like silver gold. But I find it so hard because you see so many mistakes, macro and mechanic wise, that you want to be speaking about everything, but when you give those information, like them, I'm giving too much information away, and they're not gonna know like how to, like where to start, and they're not gonna save everything in their head because there's like way too much information. So I really think if you're silver gold and you want to improve at the game, watching streamers like educative streamers and YouTube videos is much better than getting coached. You need to be getting the information slowly, watch educational content, and once you get, I don't think getting coached until you're like high diamond is really valuable overall. Like, I'm not saying that about Neace or anything. Overall, I think getting coached is only effective once you get to like D2+. D2+ at least, I think. Because before that, you get so much free information on YouTube and Twitch. And you can just go at your pace, learn slowly. And yeah, I think that's it for this video. I don't think I have much to add. I'm just gonna cut the recording here. And holy shit, that's been 1 hour and 18 minutes. I don't think anyone is gonna watch the entire video. But if anyone is still here, type fuck you in the comment. Anyway, peace out.